Hi everyone. Today I'll be showing you a couple of different types of delays and how we can use them in a musical perspective. I'm just going to use a straight single kick drum over here just to explain what each type of delay is doing. We've got a slap delay, a short delay, medium delay, long delay, and a modulated delay. So let's start off firstly over here with a slap delay. Just going to bypass that quickly. There we have just a straightforward kick. And I've just duplicated each of them so they'll all be exactly the same. So let's have a look at the slap delay here. It's at 166 milliseconds. I've got my mix at 50%. Let's just hear what the slap delay does. So as you can hear, it's a very, very short, quick, repetitive type of delay. A lot of the more older type recordings used these kinds of delays. They were very popular on vocals and guitars. I don't think you'll really use it on a kick drum, but anyway. So that's the slapback delay or slap delay. Then next to that we have the short delay, and on this we can get really musical with this. It's also it can get quite dangerous to use a delay like this because it does create comb filtering, and I'll just show you quickly what that does. So we have the kick drum sound, straightforward. If we have it at 3.1 milliseconds, we listen to that again, and there we have that's what comb filtering would sound like. If I change this, we actually notice a change in the harmonic content and actually pitch, and this is where we realize that delays also affect pitch and harmonic content in our recordings. This is a very, very good way of listening to comb filtering and getting used to it. There we can hear it again. Here we almost getting like almost a flam type of sound. So as I increase this, I'll have a range of different effects that it'll have on my source. And this is very important when miking up sources to be able to hear what comb filtering does and how delay times affect that. Okay, next delay I want to look at here is, let's have a look down here. I've got a medium delay over here, and I've set this to eighth notes over here. So it's synced to my project at 110 BPMs, as you can see down there. Also, once again, just got a 30% feedback, mix at 50%. Otherwise, the source will sound softer than the delayed sounds. And if you listen to this one, we have, so it basically repeats on those eighth notes. I can set it to quarter notes. So if I switch the click on, you'll hear that it's exactly in between each of my quarter notes. This is a very, very nice delay to use on guitars. The ends of words on vocals, it's very popular to use on. And yeah, it's a very creative way to manipulate sounds in your recordings. The next delay we're going to look at is the long delay, and it's just gonna have a much more repeats on my delays. I can really stretch these out and get really creative with them. I've got a quarter note one on this, so we can just hear exactly what that does. Let's just have a listen. So with this, we can get a really long delay or effect on this. If I increase the mix a little bit there, and my feedback. Let's have a listen now. Just get the mix down a bit. So I can get this to really repeat for a couple of bars even. If you really stretch out your feedback times, eventually it'll start creating a loop if you set the feedback too high, and you can use that in a creative sense if you know what you're doing. That's basically our long delay, and then over here I've got a modulated delay. Looks like this, and on a modulated delay I'll have a modulation section over here, and I'll have a rate, which means that the actual repeats will repeat into a specific frequency range, and this also acts as kind of a comb filter, and it also has some interesting phasing effects on it as well. So if we listen to it, let's go to about, let's go down there to about 1.15 hertz, and then let's just have a listen to what, if I just have the effect on, I've got an 8th note delay on here once again. So you'll hear it's not really affecting my sound. If I put my modulation on, you'll start hearing small differences in pitch on only the delays. So as you can hear, it'll get, the higher I set the rate, the more it'll change the actual delayed sound. Let's get it to about 16. Let's get it up to about 18 hertz. And there we get some really, really interesting sounds on our delays. Once again, these are very, very creative ways to manipulate sounds. You can pretty much use it on anything. Certain delays don't always work on certain sounds, but it's really about playing around and finding what works for you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.